but they're desperate. They're looking for a place to be. They're looking for a place to go, and nobody has received them. They don't have anywhere, and they're like caged animals right now. They know that their system is falling apart, and their biggest concern right now is that the people are going to rise up and put them to death, to be honest with you. That is what they're concerned about. Now, people that are in that position are very dangerous. And we are a weak people. We're a feeble people at this point because our number's not that great. There's a few thousand of us. We don't have any military yet. I mean, they are going to come on board, but they have not done it yet. When we complete everything, they will. And that's almost done. But the Lord said this is a spiritual battle. It's not a battle of flesh. It's not a battle of men against men. It's really a spiritual battle. And he said, if you want to overcome all of the spirits that are fighting against you in this republic, he said, practice forgiveness. He said, and you will destroy all of the spiritual powers that are against you by practicing true forgiveness. He said, forgive these people for their sins, and let them know that you're not going to bring them in and prosecute them and kill them and give them safe haven in this nation, a place that they can live and that they can be, and forgive them for what they've done. He said, and when you do that, you will destroy all of the power that their spirit has, the spirit that they serve has, and you will win this battle without any violence and without any problems. Now, that doesn't mean we have to let these people go on and continue to hurt people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we're supposed to offer them the olive branch to go away in peace and give us back our nation and allow us to run it according to God's principles. This is a one-time offer. But if we can learn and find it in our hearts to do this, and this is a big thing. This is not easy. I've been abused. I've been threatened. They've threatened my life. They've threatened my family. They've taken 2 good jobs away from me because I wouldn't bow to the wickedness. They've caused harm to family members, and they've put friends in jail and in prison and abused them terribly for things that were not even crimes. And I know hundreds of people that have had problems and their lives have been destroyed because of these wicked things. But God said if we can find in our hearts the capacity to forgive, that He will move in a mighty way and deliver this battle into our hands. And we won't even have to do any kind of violence because that's not what He wants. He wants us to do this with peace. And I'm encouraging all of you to find it in your heart to practice forgiveness and give up our right to gain justice because we have that right. We have every right to see justice done. But if we can find a way to practice true forgiveness and allow these people safe haven, God will deliver this nation into our hands. And I want to encourage you to search your heart and you speak to God and you see what He tells you about this. But for us, for me, I'm going to obey the Lord and I'm going to practice forgiveness. So all of those people out there that have been telling lies about me and all of those people that have been threatening me, I'm going to tell you publicly that I forgive all of you and I'm going to move forward for God. You can keep on doing what you will, but by releasing that burden and forgiving these people, I have crushed the evil spirits that they operate under. And it truly is evil. But I've crushed and broken the backs of those evil spirits that they operate under. Because there's no law against forgiveness. There's no weapon that can be formed against forgiveness. And I'm asking you to search your heart and ask God, and you pray and help me to bring the people in this movement to the place where that we can forgive these people and move forward and reestablish this nation under God as God wants us to do. Judgment will come from Him, not from us. Vengeance is His, not ours. And if we can grasp that principle that God showed me, it just blew me away when I realized the power of what He was trying to tell me. And I felt that I needed to share that with you tonight. And I'm very excited about what's going on with the Republic. We're at the door, folks, and I'm really, really excited. And things are about to come together. And if we can grasp this concept of forgiveness and exercise it in what we're doing, we will win this battle, and it will be done shortly. We will actually invoke God's Spirit to move on our behalf. And He'll have no choice but to do that because we have obeyed what He said. And I appreciate every one of you, and I pray for every one of you daily, and God bless you. And come together, the states that we have out there that are dragging behind, let's help bring them together. If you can help, please do. Step up. Let's get people on board the Republic. We need to sign up as many people as we possibly can, and then we need to be doing it now. And so I thank you for all your efforts. I know many of you work very hard, and I pray that God will bless you and have a wonderful evening. And Kelby, I'll yield the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Quite often, you're one of the most exciting, inspiring men in my life, and I appreciate you. I thank you for your words of wisdom. When I first came to the Republic, sir, I listened to what I thought was a man from God who had a heart for the people, and you continue to bring forth what God would do, what Jesus would do in these instances, and I appreciate that. And I think we need to remember that verse as well that you said, Romans 13:10. It's at the forefront of the Republic, and I thank you. We have a couple more guest speakers. Again, we want this event on Wednesday nights to be 2 hours or less. We feel if it goes on beyond that, we're going to lose a lot of people. We have well over 450 people on the phone right now, and that's been pretty constant. It's not a huge number. It's not a small number. But what's going to start happening in this next couple of months is you're going to see a huge number of people come on because they're going to hear the success of the juries. They're going to hear the success of the identifications, and they're going to want to yield to what we have to offer. They're going to realize it's truth. And you can only speak truth if you have actions to back it, and that's basically what we've been working on for the last year. I would like to open the floor to Chief Ambassador Jim, the mob boss, Fitzgerald. Are you on the line with us, Jim?
Yes, I am.
All right. I yield the floor, sir.
Well, thank you, Kelby. And I concur with all the people that have spoken tonight. It certainly is a moving story to hear Billy Faust tell that and the President share certainly some great wisdom there. I think what I could offer tonight is there's been a lot of people questioning and wondering what happened in Kansas City. And I went there, and I think it was a great success. I'm not sure of the number of governors that were there. It was originally intended to be a meet and greet sort of a function for the governors. And since the President was going through the area, it was an opportunity to show legislators and governors and elected officials the document that was done in Utah. The exciting part about that weekend is all the governors read it, and I believe there was a handful of legislators there, and all of the governors signed a separate document but showing their support for the legislation. And I believe of the handful of legislators, and I think there's a few ambassadors there, almost all showed support. I heard that one person may not have. I'm not sure. But it was very exciting. And it was certainly a very cool event to get to, as any of these are, just like Utah, when you get to meet some of the good people that are bringing this country back. And it's the flyover. I mean, it's what you hear in the mainstream media. It's the flyover states, the salt of the earth that's bringing this country back, and that's exciting to meet those kind of men of that kind of character that are bringing this country back. So that was the main event, was seeing that document. The other event was the main issue is, as most of the people, the legislators know, myself as an ambassador, we're making a plea to the people and the governors in the last week or so to talk about the issue of ambassadors and having national level ambassadors in the various states. So all that really needs to be said about that is the people are, for all the newcomers on the call, and what you can see about this call. Last week we had some Congress members to share that your government is going to work. This week we had the judicial side of things along with the executive branch to let you know that your government is going to work. And so the governor's meeting in Kansas City, and there'll be a few more meetings around the country. I believe some of those, the near events are going to be on the website when the dates and places get fine-tuned. The president is on his way around the country to share that legislation that was passed in Utah and so forth. So I think, Kelby, we should probably go to question and answers, but I think the good news is that as we move across the country and we get to know each other, for the newcomers that are on this call, the seated republic is going to work doing the business of the people. And I think that's very exciting. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzgerald. All right, we're going to open up what we call the Q&A, and we're only going to do this for about 24 minutes. We're going to shut the call down at 8 p.m. this evening. I'm going to ask that you ask a question that's pertaining to the Republic, and if you have a statement, go ahead and make your statement, but keep it under a minute. And please understand, this is a call for new people. This is a call for people that want to come aboard, want information on the Republic. So keep that in mind as you're making a statement or asking a question. Make sure it's something that a new person that's coming into the Republic that that they would be interested or they would want to know. So I'm going to go ahead and open up. To ask a question, you simply press *6 on your phone, and then you'll be prompted to press the number 1. Again, *6, and then you'll be prompted to press the number 1. So if you have any question at all, I'm going to start with Oregon. And I know this person. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Hi. 2 questions. The credentials. Can these credentials be, if you are dragged into a court case, can these credentials be somehow placed under affidavit and placed into the court case?
That's a good question. I would yield the floor to probably Justice Peachy to answer that question, or potentially Justice Faust.
He's not on the line anymore.
Okay.
I'd be happy to take that. I'd be happy to take that question. What you would do is you would simply make a colored copy of the warrant and attach it as a memorandum or as an exhibit, as an attachment to the case.
Okay.
I would rather, just walk in by special appearance. Maybe have appealed it to a superior court of record, and if they haven't dismissed or changed or dropped the charges, actually go by special appearance or arrive at by special appearance and explain to them that you're here by special appearance only, and that the issue has been appealed to a superior court of record, and that they do not have jurisdiction, and you can prove it by your ID, and you can just show them the ID.
Well, it sounds like a simple process, but
it is very simple.
Like there's more to